Now, Borno State now, Nigeria is not just about war, but good governance and development in the face of crisis, as exemplified by the governor, Professor Babangana Zulum, and the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Honorable Abdulkarim Lawan. Having been in the saddle since the 9th of February 2012, Honorable Lawal is now the longest serving speaker in Nigeria. He is celebrating his 10th anniversary as speaker. No mean achievement. Let's share the story with you.
Right Honorable Abdulkarim Lawan became a member of the Borno State House of Assembly in 2007, representing people of Kuzamana local government. He became the Speaker of the State House of Assembly following the impeachment of Honorable Goni Ali Modu. Lawan was then unanimously elected as the 11th Speaker of the House of Assembly on Thursday, the 2nd of February 2012. From February 2012 to February 2022, he's been Speaker for 10 uninterrupted years. Since he assumed the seat of the Speaker, the relationship between the legislature and executive has been cordial, according to his colleagues. They described him as a man of impeccable character and tremendous goodwill.
The leadership of Right Honorable Abdulkarim Lawan, you can't compare with other speakers. He's just humble. He carried us almost all along. And he don't take decisions alone. All the time, he consults the leadership, the other leadership, or the members in general. That's why, to be a leader of the equal, it's not an easy task. If he has not been carrying us alone or the general public alone, it's not going to be easy. Even now, the electorate or constituents will say, you have changed this, change that. They will come up and say, this man is not giving you the required leadership. And for sure, we have to take another action.
Abdulkarim is a very nice person that you need to work with. It is only when you come closer to him that you will know who Abdulkarim is and how he had been carrying all the members along. For the past 10 years, there was nothing like any complaint from anybody. This has clearly shown that he is a person that can be said to be truly a Democrat and carrying everybody along. We've been having a very cordial working relationship, and this is purely based on his quality or mode of his leadership.
Other members of the State House of Assembly say his simplicity, principled stance, and transparency in all legislative matters in the last 10 years have changed the face of the House.
He's a kind of leader who always makes sure that the whole of the members of the Borno State House Assembly, he looks up to them as his constituency. And this kind of leadership style is very rare, and he tries to manage all the problems.
Let me thank Almighty Allah for giving us the gentleman, complete gentleman to the core as the Speaker of the Assembly. Hardly you get, not only in Nigeria, but in Africa, somebody to become Speaker and lasted on that very seat for 10 consecutive years is not easy. This is because of his good character, consideration, going along with everybody.
The man of the moment, Right Honorable Abdulkarim Lawan, appreciates the State Governor Babagana Zulum, his colleagues and the people of the state for giving him the enabling environment to serve as the Speaker.
They took me by surprise. Nobody told me that they were going to nominate me as a Speaker. Then everybody agreed because they have already set up their mind. When we come to 2015, I never lobbied anybody. My colleagues still decided on me to continue as a Speaker in 2015. When we come to 2019, still I never talked to anybody. We have achieved so much in the last 10 years in the Borno State House of Assembly. Even during the last administration, the former governor of Kashim Shettima, up to the current administration, who is Professor Babagana Umar Azrim, we are all working hand in hand to actualize the dream of the people of Borno State. So prayer is highly needed in this regard from my colleagues, from my family, from the entire people of Borno State. Prayer is the best option. So I want to thank them so much, and inshallah I will continue to do my best to restore the confidence vested on me.
As he clocked 10 years in office, the Speaker of the Borno State House of Assembly affirms that he would continue to do his best in making the state legislature one of the best in the country. Jessita Fida, TVC News, Maiduguri.
We say a big congratulations to Right Honorable Abdulkarim Lawan for achieving that feat, 10 years of stability, and it shows the kind of person he is.
Yes.
And his leadership.
His leadership qualities are there for everyone to see. He's a young man. He was in his 30s when he became speaker, and to lead people, some of who are older than you, it's not easy. And everyone tends to see him as a good man. Look, when you look at other houses of assembly, the contest for the job of speaker is always a tough one. And they are always removing the speakers. Yes, they're always removing them. You can easily get on the wrong side of your colleagues by being too loyal to the governor. So Abdulkarim Lawan has managed to to stay in the middle without hurting the governor and hurting his colleagues. He became speaker during the time of Governor Kashim Shettima. That was the same way he managed his people. Even in his constituency is so popular that when it was time to contest the last election, the political parties said, no, we are not going to contest against this person. It's just...
Other political parties?
Yes.
Just want to...
No, we don't want to contest. It takes someone extremely popular for people to make up their minds that they don't want to contest against him. So, for someone that I've known clearly and is one of the greatest fans of journalist Sanga that I've ever seen. He will watch journalist Sanga or record it. If he has anything to say, he will tell me, look, this is not correct.
Well, I remember that his town is one of the affected towns.
Nobody is living in his local government as we speak. Nobody. His local government was amongst the two that the governor complained about recently. That's Guzamala local government and Abadam. Nobody is living in them. In the case of Abadam, in Malam Fatori, at least we have soldiers. But in his local government, if you see anybody, that person must be Boko Haram. And it's been like that for years. So when he first made this complaint that, look, Boko Haram are in charge of my local government, some people called him names. But now the governor has come out, even a year after, to say, look, we are not on ground here. No presence of even soldiers. So it's that bad in that place. So I wish him well, and I pray that God will give him the wisdom to continue to lead his people, lead them aright, and continue to earn the confidence that they have given him in spades.
But, for the peculiar situation in Borno State, we can't afford to have a speaker that will be at loggerhead with the governor, because things are already very, very bad. The governor has his hands full, so they can't have it better than to have somebody that will cooperate with the governor, that will move the state forward.
I think good stories are coming out of Borno State. One of the most important aspects of democracy building is to have people that have spent a long time in a particular area who can share their years of experience with the upcoming ones. It's been there since 2007. You see in the US, you see people have been in the house for several years. They are a kind of institution. And I think that I followed the man, for some time. One thing I noticed about him is that he doesn't joke with anything that affects his members. In 2017, I think a senator was reported to have slapped a member of the House. And then, you know, they wrote a petition to the IG, and the House had to go on strike for 1 month. They said they were not going to do anything unless that problem was resolved. Even there was a time hoodlums were attacking lawmakers. You know, he took it up. They had to go on strike and all that. So, and if you remember that his predecessor was removed because he was subservient to the governor, the House wanted somebody who would at least be able to balance the two contending interests.
Yes.
And when you are talking about the Boko Haram issue, when the former chief of army staff said no local government was being occupied by Boko Haram, and also the Minister of Information re-echoed the same thing, he came out, even though they are in the same party, to say no, this my local government have not been able to go for several months. So such a person is a very righteous and upright person. And you know, most of these people are always over-ambitious. When you are speaker for 4 years, the next you want to go to House of Rep, you want to go to Senate. But for somebody to have remained 2007 at the same level in House of Assembly, I think this shows a lot. It's a very good example that I think, you know, is worth emulating. I really commend him, and I wish him the best of luck.
We say congratulations again to Right Honorable Abdulkarim Lawan for that feat, 10 years anniversary as the Speaker of Borno State House of Assembly.
And he used to be even the Speaker of Speakers of our country.
Okay. If you have spent that kind of time.
It was from him that the Lagos Speaker took over.
Okay. Yes. I think the Lagos Speaker too has...
yes, he's handed it over to someone else now.
Okay.